Hey there boys and girls, like Skillfake here, and welcome back to another Battlefield 4 video. So today we have another episode of Howto Recon series where I'm giving you some recon tips, and today's topic would definitely be a no-scope / hipfire tutorial. I know it sounds silly and most people probably just like think what you're seeing on the screen right now, you're just shooting from the hip and no-scoping and you're missing and you're missing and you're missing. Luckily I got him with the last bullet right here, but yeah, in this gameplay I was going specifically for a no-scope only gameplay, so I wasn't aiming down the sights once, just to better show you guys how I'm no-scoping and how I'm doing all the stuff and how I'm hitting my shots, because even though no-scoping is kind of random and, well, it is actually kind of random, but there is a technique to it which actually makes it somewhat reliable, and you can also see it later on the test range. And there's lots of stuff that kind of comes into place when talking about no-scoping and all that stuff. I will tell you why you're probably missing your shots and how you can hit them. But first of all, I have to tell you guys that no-scoping is like the last thing you want to do. As a sniper, you should always be everything about accuracy. You want to get those headshots, you want to get those marksman bonuses and ribbons and everything. You just want to be the accurate guy, you want to be the sniper, okay? So really, no-scoping you should only do when there's like no other chance. Like for example, if there's someone really close up and you know if he's just going to spray you down, you're not fast enough with aiming down sights, and then you're just dead. So no-scoping should really only be used if you don't have the time to aim down sights and properly aim. Otherwise you should definitely go for the normal shots. Also I was just using a low power zoom scope, so it wasn't covering as much of the screen, which also helps with no-scoping by acquiring targets and all that stuff. So now for the actual tutorial part. As you can see, for a little loader right here, we're using the Scout Elite because it has the best hip spread of all the bolt action rifles. The 338 Recon and the SV98 though, they are also pretty good as well. They also have a better hip spread than all the other ones. So then this means with all the other ones it's a little bit harder, of course, but the most important thing when hip firing or no scoping will be the laser sight. So as you can see right here, I'm always standing still when I'm aiming at the targets, and I'm always want to put the little laser dot, the little red dot, I want to put them on the left shoulder of the target, because it's not totally in the middle kind of, it's a little bit offset to the left, so you kind of want to compensate that by just aiming at the left shoulder basically, but you want to have it on the target definitely. I don't know what it is, but it basically feels like that the bullet is magically attached to the proximity of the laser string, if that makes any sense. But every time I kind of aim with that and I have the little red dot on the target and I'm shooting while I'm standing still, I normally hit like 90% of the time. Also feel free to kind of rewind this little part and just count the hits and the misses. I think there are like 3 or 4 misses in there, so the ratio is actually pretty good. But yeah, that's basically the technique behind how I'm no-scoping or hip-firing, and you can see it's actually quite accurate, to be honest. So keep in mind to always stand still and to always put a little red dot, the little laser sight thing on the left shoulder of the target. You don't necessarily have to put it there, but it's just because it has a little left offset, so this means you kind of want to compensate for that a little bit. Last but not least, we have the things that you should avoid and basically the stuff you shouldn't do, because it will just prevent you from hip-firing. So as you can see, right here I was hip-firing on the move. This is definitely a no-no, because first of all it will increase your hip spread quite a bit. Also your little red dot will be wobbling all over the screen, your little laser sight, and you will always want to shoot when you see it on the target. You don't want to shoot like before or after, right when it's on the target. Right here I missed because of that, because I wasn't having the little laser sight right on the target, and it's one of the most important things. Another thing is after sprinting and shooting, there will also be the running accuracy. I covered it in the first episode, you can watch that if you do not know what it is. But you can see that as soon as I'm standing still right here and I'm sprinting, standing still, I'm giving the gun like a half a second to recover and to gain stability. Run, sprint, move around, and then again wait like half a second. You will gain your accuracy back, and this is basically how you should no-scope. Also, this is probably the last episode of Howto Recon, so leave any suggestions down in the comment section below, because I would really love to continue the series, but I think I basically covered everything there is. But yeah, I think that's pretty much all for now, so I hope you enjoyed the video. Like a Skillfaker out.